The old pilgrims of Mexico's valley search for a specific signal.
The Aztecs in the place to build the Tenochtitlan city.
These indigenous people found it on an island called Aztlan, and the clever Aztec engineers made millions of chinampas to enlarge the city. After that, during the 14th century, the Aztec government founded the great Tenochtitlan. Next 2 centuries later, Hernán Cortés arrived to the jewel of Mesoamerica, and at first the great Lord Moctezuma treated these people as if they were gods. But after a bloodshed, the Mexicas realized they were not as good as they thought, so they got really mad.
How did Moctezuma die?
During a riot, an Aztec hand pelted and killed Moctezuma. So immediately after that, the brave Aztec warriors massacred the Spaniard army. Finally that night, Hernán Cortés cried under a tree. Thus 1 year later, he and his army installed in Texcoco, then shoulder to shoulder, Tlaxcaltecs and the Spaniards made weapons. How many brigantines did the Spaniards need to take the Tenochtitlan city?
They constructed 12 rings. Later, they dug a 3-kilometer channel to throw the rings into the water. Afterwards, before the war started, Spaniards allied with the Tlaxcaltecs. Then the invader army attacked first the surrounding cities. Hence, the Spaniards sappers cut Tenochtitlan's aqueducts. Consequently, a part of the Aztecs left a section of the city, and the Spanish army occupied this section.
How did the Tenochtitlan city flew?
At night, the eagle flies through the section you are discussing.
So after this heroic strategy, Cuauhtémoc spoke with the citizens. Therefore, Cuauhtémoc and his army retracted to the center of the city for the final defense. Then during a fight, the Eagle Knights captured 53 Spaniards. Later, the priests decapitated and sacrificed the prisoners during the whole night. In the end, they sent their heads to the allies of Cortés, and after a few days, the war continued fiercely. So Cuauhtémoc and the high command ran away from the Tenochtitlan rowing. But the Spaniards caught them, so the last Aztec Tlatoani asked Cortés to kill him, and however, the conqueror forgave his life, but the soldiers of Cortés tortured Cuauhtémoc unfair and brutally. Next, Cuauhtémoc refused to give the location of the treasure. Finally, 4 years later of Tenochtitlan's fall, the Spaniards hung Cuauhtémoc.